I don't think Mr. Molesley meant to be unkind about Miss Marigold.
I'm sure he didn't.
Only it seemed to put you in a strange mood.
Did it?
It's ironic. So many children in need of a home. So many homes in need of a child. My God, what have I said? My darling, what have I said?
It's not your fault. Only, I thought I was pregnant. And then this morning... Well, anyway, now I'm not.
You should have told me.
I didn't want to get your hopes up.
You want to know that it happened?
But you see, I was. Because it's happened before, twice. I can't do it. I'm not able.
There is no proof of that. And if you're not, you're not. We'll be all right.
I've let you down.
There are no words less true than those. You could never let me down. Besides, we've had so many troubles. There isn't a couple in the world who've had as many worries as we have.
But surely if a woman's confessed, then that's the end of it.
Not quite. Inspector Viner thinks it may be a false confession. You do get people coming forward when they'd nothing to do with it.
But haven't they checked her story? If she's one of his victims, people must have seen them together.
Well, that's the point. They can't prove a connection. She says Mr. Green picked her up in a pub, but no one can corroborate it. Can't send her to prison if she's delusional.
Then why have you come here today?
Because I thought it was your right to know that someone had confessed.
How did she know Mr. Green would be in Piccadilly?
Well, it was a spur-of-the-moment thing. She just saw him standing there.
Did he speak to her like the witness said?
He spoke. He belittled her. And he laughed at her.
And she pushed him.
I believe she's telling the truth. And I'm certain it'll come right. Just keep the faith. Good day.
How stupid of him. To come here before there was any proof.
Don't be harsh. He meant well.
Meaning well is not enough. Do you ever think of a time when we're told the whole Mr. Green business is over?
Of course I do.
We can start to plan again. Revive our dreams.
You mean your old dream of a house full of children? I'm sorry. That's the end of the self-pity. I swear.
If they'll just leave us alone, I'll be happy whatever comes.
No, you won't. At least not as happy as you could have been. But it's nice of you to say it.
Sergeant Willis has something to tell you.
I'm sorry it's late, but I thought you want to hear.
That depends what it is.
Shall we go somewhere private?
For God's sake, they've all lived with this as long as we have.
They've found a witness to the meeting in the pub. They've tied them together. Her confession is real. This time it is over.
Oh, I can't believe it.
I shouldn't have come until now. I'm sorry. I should have waited.
Never mind that.
I'll go and tell his lordship.
But you both helped us when all hope was gone, and I'll not forget it. I find it hard to acknowledge a debt, but we owe a debt to you.
Justice has triumphed. I'm not always convinced that it does, but it has tonight.
I knew this day would come.
Here.
I really did.
Everyone take a glass, quick as you can, while I propose a toast. British justice, envy of the world.
I suppose if it comes out right in the end.
I could have done with the result a little sooner.
Amen to that, my lady.
Andy, Daisy, go and fetch the gramophone. We never seem to use it now Lady Rose has gone.
Do we know any more about the woman who did it, Sergeant Willis?
Only that she sent a message to Mrs. Bates, my lady. She says she's sorry for leaving it so long to take the blame.
Well, that's all very well.
Give her a message from me. Say, I forgive her. Wish her luck.
What will they do now?
She'll serve time for manslaughter. She won't hang.
So Mr. Green goes on ruining lives.
But not your life. Not anymore.
I'm sorry for what we put you through, Mrs. Bates. I probably shouldn't say it, but I am.
You did no more than your duty, Sergeant Willis.
We'll leave you to it. Good night. Sleep well. There's more wine if you finish this.
We'll sleep tonight, all right?
And wake tomorrow without that rock on our chests.
I think I might go into Thirsk in the morning, visit some estate agents, start planning again.
But not for a family. I'm afraid we can't plan for that.
We're free. We're safe, and I have you. That's enough, I promise.
I know you want it to be true. And I love you for it. So much.
And I love you. This isn't right.
Give me a moment, I'll be fine.
No. I mean, it's not right for you to cry alone. You're married, and that means you never have to cry alone again.
I told Lady Mary last night. She was kind, of course, but it just brought it all back.
Have you ever thought about adoption?
Yes, but I don't believe it would work for you. You're tribal, Mr. Bates, and the tribe doesn't have a lot of members. You want your own child. No substitute will do.
But what do you want?
See? You gave yourself away by not denying it.
We must learn to be content as we are, which is easy for me.
When it's my fault, not yours, that I can't give you what you need.
To me, we are one person, and that person can't have children.
I love you.
Do you know when you'll be back?
Tomorrow or the next day, I expect.
What does she have planned?
Oh, you know, some shopping. 1 or 2 appointments.
Well, try and put your feet up.
Yes, I'll be putting my feet up.
I think a bit of a break will do you good. And give my regards to Mr. Mead.
You're right. It may do me good. It won't do any harm anyway.
Dorothy? You're full of the joys of spring.
Am I?
I was right about London. You've been very bouncy since you got back. It did you good.
It did. Now let me get on. I'll see you down here just before 10.
You're very sunny again.
I love weddings, don't you?
I liked mine. You would tell me if you'd fallen in love with someone else, wouldn't you?
I shouldn't think so. Not for a moment.
Because there's something about you just now.
And there's something about you, Mr. Bates. There's definitely something about you.
Are you finished?
I've unpacked and they're none of them changing tonight, so they can come down and say hello.
And the trip went well?
I think so, yes. Why?
Because I believe I know what you're hiding. And I feel sure I know what it is that took you to London in a rush. And I hope I'm wrong.
You're not wrong in all of it. But you're wrong if you think I'm hiding something sad. What I've been hiding is very, very happy.
Oh, God. Are you sure? Really?
Really.
They're here!
But I don't believe she's serious.
Why not?
Well, Lady Mary has quite a sense of her own importance, and I doubt he's enough for her. Besides, what would he do here? Hang about testing his cars on the drive?
You could always get a job.
Doing what? Not convinced there's a big demand for racing drivers in Thirsk.
So, Lady Mary does not believe that love conquers all.
It mustn't be hard on her. She is what she is, but I'd say she'll want someone who brings just as much to the table. Maybe I'm wrong.
I hope so. I'd like her to be happy. I'm happy. I want everyone to be happy.
Are you really happy?
I'm happier than I've ever been. Happy, impatient, excited.
Don't say too much. It frightens me. We've still got months.
Nothing will go wrong.
Bad harvest, bad harvest.
What does that mean?
In the old days, when the crop was good, the farmers used to shout bad harvest, so the gods wouldn't grow jealous of their luck and destroy them.
Bad harvest!
I know what to do.
Let's hope so. We better hurry up. We'll be late for breakfast.
What about a fire? It's a bit indulgent, but we've earned it.
Not for me. I'm going to bed.
You're not feeling ill, are you? Anna, if you're not well, you must tell me. We're finished with this business if you're keeping me in the dark.
I'm not ill exactly.
Have you told Lady Mary?
I didn't like to bother her.
Bother her. First thing.
I could tell Dr. Clarkson.
No, you're seeing Dr. Ryder if you're seeing anybody.
Don't be silly. We can't afford that. I can't expect Lady Mary to keep shelling out.
I'll pay. I have savings. We're selling a house, aren't we?
Yes, to buy another house.
Now you're the one being silly. Talk to her tomorrow. She'll agree with me. And I'm paying.
Will you miss me?
I miss you when you're out of sight. Never mind London.
I'm glad to hear it, Mr. Bates. I expect you're glad to get to bed. I know I am. What is it?
I just wondered if I was right, that you're to be congratulated.
It's a bit early to shout about it, but yes.
I'm happy for you. It's good to think of a new life coming, especially on a day like this.
Well, good night. Look at you stretched out like a pasha. A creature of leisure.
Early night for me. He went to bed when he left the dining room.
Not for me. She's very shaken.
By the crash.
Because of the crash, and she's broken up with Mr. Talbot.
I wouldn't have thought it was the right night to make that sort of decision.
She says she's sure.
Do you think she's right?
I don't know. Probably.
Then there's no more to be said.
You should have seen her face.
It wasn't very funny for Mrs. Patmore.
No, and I'm not laughing, but...
But you're laughing.
She loves him, but she can't control him. That's what frightens her. He's stronger than she is, really, or as strong. And she's not used to it.
She's a bit of a bully, your Lady Mary. She likes her own way.
She is, and she does, but there's another side to her. And he sees that.
So you were wrong about him?
I think I was. Why are you smiling?
Show me a man that doesn't smile when his wife admits she's wrong.
You better go in and find a seat. I'll wait for her here.
Oh, Miss Baxter is happy to undertake any or all of your duties whenever you wish.
That's kind of her, but I don't want to stop yet. I've a way to go.
Very well, it's up to you.
I've no complaints, but I still find it odd that a woman in her condition is working as a lady's maid.
Anna! Oh, look at you! When's it due?
About 10 days, milady.
Oh, I don't envy you. But it's such fun after. That's what you've got to keep telling yourself while it's going on. Is Barrow here for the wedding?
Oh, he's been invited, my lady, but I don't know if he'll be able to get away.
Of course, he's got a new job.
And he hates it. Oh, don't exaggerate. It's quieter than he's used to.
You look familiar.
Andy, my lady. Andrew upstairs. I joined for your wedding in London, but a job came up here.
He's taken to country life, haven't you, Andy?
Mrs. Patmore, shall I ask Lady Mary to come down and put the kettle on?
It's all ready, Mr. Carson. Oh, put your feet up. You'll be standing for the rest of the day.
As I keep telling her.
Where have you been? We've got a lot to do if we want to get to the church on time.
I'm not going.
What are you talking about?
The wedding. I've nothing to wear and no one cares if I go or not. I'll stay and manage the food.
Stuff and nonsense. This is because Andy's not interested.
What?
Andy's given her the brush off.
That is not true.
Why is your cap on like that?
Like what?
All pulled down over your ears. What's the matter?
Nothing.
Well, take it off.
No.
Daisy, take it off now.
What have you been and done?
Oh, Daisy.
Let her go. I'll talk to her later.
I didn't know you had to brush it at the same time as it blew.
You should have asked.
You wouldn't have let me borrow it.
I wish you would sit down.
I'm nearly done.
How do I look?
Like Clara Bow.
Don't be soft.
Andy, would you come and help me pick up the sheet?
I'll do that.
Don't fuss.
I want to fuss.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
You managed to get away then?
Don't worry, the treadmill awaits my return.
How's it going? Are you getting on with everyone?
There isn't much of an everyone to get on with.
Don't you enjoy it more than being at war with all the world?
I suppose. What's the matter?
It's just a bit hot in here.
Can I have the Epsom salts?
Well, should you be taking them? Are you ill?
Bit of an upset, nothing serious.
I see it's all hands to the pump. Still, it was a lovely service. And Lady Edith is married, hallelujah.
And with Miss Marigold headed for Brancaster Castle, all is set fair for the future.
Although the less said about it, the better. Will they ever tell her, I wonder?
I expect so, when she's ready.
I wish you'd sit down.
In a moment. I just want to put the hairdryer back upstairs.
I'll leave you to it.
Anna, you're not working, I hope.
I just came to put the hairdryer back, my lady. It was a great success.
This hat is so tight, it was giving me a headache. Do you think we can stretch it?
Let me try, my lady. Oh, my God.
Ah, your waters are broken. Right. No need to panic.
Oh, I should get to the cottage. My things are there. Oh.
Don't be ridiculous. You can wear one of my nightgowns.
Oh.
Right, let's get you undressed.
Oh, this doesn't seem right.
Oh, for heaven's sake, what does all that matter now?
Bates? 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 Mr. Talbot?
Ah, there you are. You better come quickly, although heaven knows how long it'll be.
I don't understand.
Oh, sorry. Anna is in Lady Mary's room, and Dr. Clarkson is with her.
Oh, my God.
But she can't have it now.
Oh, she hasn't a lot of choice.
In Lady Mary's bedroom? Surely not.
I'd like to go on working, my lady, if we can sort out the baby.
We'll have him here in the nursery during the day, to be followed by a young Talbot in due course, and then we'll see.
Oh, I've come to summon Lady Mary and Mr. Talbot downstairs to see the new year in with us. This is for you.
Thank you, my lord. That's very kind.
Is it that time already? Did Edith get off all right?
Oh, yes, hours ago. Is this the new arrival?
It is, my lady. I am a father, and I have a son.
We have a son, John.
Congratulations to you both.
I'm ever so sorry to be in here.
We'll be gone as soon as she's able.
Oh, don't worry about that. We ought to go down. Happy New Year.